welcome to game number 5 of game number 5 of our Pro Elf run. You can already hear how I feel about the matchup from that first noise I made. Oh look, it's dwarves, and oh look, they've played more games than us, and they've got more skills than us, and this is going to be terrible and miserable. That was like a super quick spin as well. I mean, I guess it's like only a 6-game difference, but I keep saying, like, the first 5 games, you've got to protect teams a bit because this isn't fair. Oh well. I'm going to try not to be downbeat about it. I'm going to be cheerful and have fun, even though I'm downbeat about the matchup. See, Jeff, haven't seen you in chat for a while. How are you? Hey, Torquemada and Quicks. So yeah, this is our team after 5 games. We've got 3 dodge skills added, which will do absolutely nothing because we're playing dwarfs. But we've got 12 players. We've got 3 catchers, 2 blitzers, a shadowing lineman, and a frenzy lineman. We're up against an absolutely hideous dwarf team with a blodge runner, a mighty blow, a tackle troll slayer, a guard lineman, another guard lineman, a guard mighty blow, another guard. I mean, this is just a very bad matchup for pro elves at this TV. Probably at all TVs, but certainly at this TV. So, yes. Not what you wanted. So to win this game, I think you go defense first if you believe you can win it. I don't really believe I can win it, so I'm going to go offense first. I'm going to Daka and try to get a draw. As uninspiring as that sounds, I think that's the sensible approach for what we're up against. Offend on 11 players. Give ourselves the best chance of scoring. And then look, in the second half, if we've got a team left, we can try and throw like super aggressive dice, see if we can make something happen. But the main thought here is let's give ourselves the best chance to have a successful offensive drive. Torquemada, I feel you, Tree. I've been trying to grow up a pro elf team. I'm down to about 5 roster players. Yeah, it's just not a fun ladder for elves, and I feel like last season, like I made like quite a determined, like, you can still do this with elves season, where I got the wood elves to master and I got the dark elves to master. Oh, we don't even have 12 because we're missing someone. And I got the dark elves to master and I got the wood elves to master, and then I qualified a second wood elf team off stream as well for the chalice. And I just don't know if I have it in me to sit through it again, because it's hard. Like the ladder is not it's not a very elf friendly environment at the end of the day. As a pro elf team in the top 10 has like 100 games, yeah. And of course we've been blitzed. Oh well, at least we've set up for a blitz. I mean, that's one of the nice things about the Daka is if you do it this way, we've given ourselves a nice wide front. It means there's no way they're going to get anyone through. I mean, they're dwarves, so they probably struggle to anyway, but there's no way they're getting through to pressure the ball here. And yeah, we've protected our path backwards still, but it's still bad because they're still going to base up a bunch of our players and force us to roll more dodges that we don't get any built-in rerolls for. Bloodborne at spam for 20 minutes this morning. Got a match 350 TV down to a bronze coach. They either conceded or disconnected because the bad internet and turned to after a broken arm twice. Ugh. Well, that doesn't sound fun for either of you. Neat. So we have a player stunned. At least not a player removed. I was about to say we've had a player removed before we've even taken a turn, but that did not happen. And actually, like, this is one player we can use dodge skill against, so that's nice too. 30 they'd gone for it on that side, we wouldn't have the dodge skill reroll. Here we do. Got a 3 SR for beating them. Yeah, see, those are like the bad situations either way, aren't they? When you spin into someone who's in a lower category, like you sort of, you've got nothing to gain, right? Even if you win. Don't know why I dodged that before moving these. I don't have a good reason for why I did it that way around. I should have moved these first. I think actually rather than leave that there where it could technically get blitzed, I'm just going to move you safe and not pick the ball up this turn and do these dodges. Good. Good. Alright, well, we got 10 players out and something. Hey Ajax, hey Diddy dear man. How is everyone? It's Friday night. Hopefully you're all having those good end of week vibes. Looking forward to your weekends. Hope you've all got awesome plans. I also don't know why I put the frenzy that I actually do quite like on the outside where it would get hit on a blitz and not the shadowing that I don't care for at all. So yeah, it would have been more smart to do it the other way around. But Ross says happy Friday. Dumb Barbarian, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome on in. Who's angered Ross? Neighbours or a guest to the neighbours, I don't know. Someone came to the front door. Sounded like it might have been delivery food for the neighbours because it was like a quick thank you at the door. But who knows? I'm just guessing. Good, thanks working this weekend. Boo. I often have to work weekends, but not this one. Although I'll probably do some work this weekend. I've got a lot of side quests going on at the moment, so I kind of want to work on my side quests when I'm not working. Collie's got a crit game shortly. Hargrim very tired. Got 9 days to write a 16-page thesis. Ooh, what's your thesis on, Hargrim? Can you tell us? Or is it top secret? You definitely don't have to tell us if you don't want to. I meant to talk to you about it, Thread. I'm doing some things that I feel like you might be interested in. But I will talk to you about those not on stream. I really want to do a vanity pass, and I just don't want to give up this game on a stupid incompletion. Although I actually also don't know why I've just picked up on the blitz, so I'm much better off carrying on a catcher. I'm being a bit dozy this evening. I'll probably hand off to catch next turn. Intercultural communication and contact as a result of travelling by sea in Viking Age Scandinavia and the Baltics. That sounds really interesting, actually. It took me a while to my brain wasn't ready to process intercultural communication, but basically that's how sea travel affected the way that Viking societies communicated with each other, I think. That does sound really interesting.
Do you miss the old days playing in the NAF, Bob?
2 pages a day and you get a rest day, or if you're like me, 0 pages in 5 days, 2 pages in 3 days, everything else on the last day. Torquemada understands how work is done. That's someone who understands how the real world operates. Right, so I should have given this to you last turn. Let's do that now. How society is communicated as a result of sailing and the discrepancies of how cultures and people are described in text and what the actuality is. I think that sounds super interesting. Hopefully you are at a stage with it where it sounds interesting to you, since you're the one who has to do it, and not that point of you're just stressed out because there's work to be done. And I know that feeling. So the troll slayer's on his side, so we have to be a little bit careful about soifs on that side of the pitch. Don't need to be careful on this side, but I'm going to just hang out that side stepper there anyway, because if they blitz that, we might be able to have some fun. Or it might just die. There's always that possibility too, isn't there? Always the possibility it just dies. Hey, Shamba. Working with a source from an Arabian guy called Al-Adjusi, who basically describes Norwegians having no necks in their head in the middle of their torso, very much how Herodotus describes some cultures. Fun. I shall. I mean, I've definitely overhyped it now, but. I hate Blood Bowl and Bobbers. What's my favourite elf race? Eating, by the way, Wood Elves. Defo Wood Elves. And the number one reason is because they get a tree. Do you know, it's really interesting actually, like, Wood Elves have always been my favourite race. They were like the first one I played. I do definitely like just like rule of cool, people say, don't they? Like it's just like the race that, like, I like the aesthetic of. But okay, so super cautious approach by our opponent. Didn't even take a blitz even this time we came forward onto them. I think that's potentially quite smart. Like, it definitely like forces us to make a decision here. So they're really like working to just not let me upset the lines. And do you know what? This is a game that makes me wish, I just desperately wish I had wrestle, because you really want like a good chance of knocking a dwarf over this turn, and I don't have that. So yeah, wrestle, really nice skill to have on elves, and a really nice skill to have on the Daka specifically. We're gonna creep up one square. Okay, knockdown is very good. I think we push into that. Again, I don't really want to give up that hit, but the thing you have to do at some point, if your opponent just stays in a screen in front of you, at some point you have to basically say to them, okay, I'm going to make you not keep this lovely screen, right? Like, so next turn now, because I didn't leave that next to the guard, if you want to hit that on 2 dice, you've got to bring something else into it. If you want to hit that on 2 dice, you've got to bring something else into it. And that's all just asking questions of them in terms of how they set up. And if they're good, they might come up with good answers, and then I'll have to be more aggressive again. But that's like step one of trying to break through a team that has been quite cautious up to now with the way they're countering my Daka. Friday Tree, thank you so much for the resub, Shepherd. 27 months with the weirdos. The problem with the Wood Elves, the tree is spelled correctly. True. Like a foghorn with boobies. 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 Dizzy. Hey, Dizzy. So to finish that thought, yeah, rule of cool, like Wood Elves, just like that's my vibe. Oh, hey, Chris the Hunter as well. Hey. But I will say that, like, I've always been like quite skeptical of high elves, because of all the elf races, they're the ones that least fit my like desired rule of cool. Like, I don't find the high elf aesthetic nice, and I think like the team design, like the actual way the team is designed, is a bit boring compared to some of the other ones. But then I played them this weekend, and I have to say, like, playing an elf team that still has that potential for like the really fast movement, like pro elves or Wood Elves on the catches and the blitzers, but also had higher armor felt so good after like playing wood elves and pro elves a lot. So, you know, all the elves are fun. They all have different things that I enjoy about them. I think I maybe like I'm a bit in a moment where I'm quite enjoying like the teams that I can square up a bit more with. So like I'm quite enjoying those opportunities to play with higher armor sometimes. So like definitely like I'm here for all of them. And I again, like dark elves haven't always been my favorite, but they start with frenzy and I love frenzy. So there's always things that that make each team. But wood elves were my first Blood Bowl love. So they're still my faves. Chris the Hunter just listening in while I'm spinning my high ranked teams are waiting forever. We span for literally less than a second, and I wish we'd spun for longer so I didn't have to play this dwarf team. But we got what we got. Hells can play in a high progressive pro style, which is, yeah, exactly, Torquemada. Like, it was really, really fun at Thrud, like getting in people's faces with them. I have ended my turn, right? Like this is my opponent is running down their clock. This is not. Oh wait, we've frozen, haven't we? It's taken me until now to notice it, but that's not moving, and we have a little goblin running here. Opponent is DC'd. What do we do? Do we quit out and come back in, or I don't know. I have no idea. I only just noticed it. Like I was just not paying attention, and I was thinking they're taking a long time. Presumably, it was ticking down to 10 seconds. Chat saying, "Don't quit out. They will either reward me the win or they'll be back." Hey, JD Whitey. Every 5 spins you should be awarded a veto. I like that space. I like that a lot. I'm just going to veto dwarves every 5 games. I don't know, I was moaning a lot about the last matchup, which was Dark Elves, so I felt like they had more development than we did as well. Maybe I just don't like any of the matchups in ladder anymore. Yeah, that's what I don't get, Ajax. Like, oh, there you go. They've disconnected. It's quite annoying because I'm now not sure I can get another game in before my NAF game, which is in 57 minutes. So that's not really ideal, is it? Good MVP, though. Yeah, not really sure what to do. Mass Effect. I'd be up for Mass Effect, but it's a little bit. It's just a hassle on like the It's a hassle to switch everything up on Streamlabs. I think we're going to go with just spin, and I hope our opponent isn't mad at us if we're a tiny bit late. When are we going to get to throw you in the river again? There can be no more throwing in the river until everyone grows up and understands the point of King of the Castle is not to throw me in the river. You're supposed to respect your queen and throw me a nice party. Who could possibly ever be mad at you? People are mad at me all the time. Plenty of people mad at me. We have a party after you get dunked. Psha. Alright, we've got a game. We've got humans, okay. Could be fun. Humans are often quite tough for elves. It really depends on how much development they've got. But they tend to have like speed, mighty blow and tackle. Which can be useful. I see 3 halflings. I like this coach already. I say that before I see that all 3 halflings have sneaky getting dirty player. Then I will stop feeling that I like them. I'm really sorry, guys. Like, King of the Castle, Queen of the Castles, it should be called, but that's not happening tonight because I've got an AF game at 9, and by the time that's done, it's going to be at least 10, and that game takes like minimum 2.5 hours. I know, Ross. I see a tackle mighty blow, so that's not good. Welcome in, everybody. This is game number 6 of our pro run. We are yet to face anyone, it feels like, certainly the last few games, who's played the same number of games as us. So we played 5 games, except really we've only played 4 games because the last one was a concede. Seemed more like a disconnect than a concede, but effectively a concede. And our opponent has 11 games. They've got a good amount of development. They've got a guard Maestro Blitzer. They've got a guard Blitzer. They've got a Maestro Tackle Blitzer. They've got 3 halflings. No sneaky get dirty player halfling, which is good. For us, they have a diving catch sidestep halfling, which is rowdy. A sure hands lineman. They're clearly leaning into the randoms. A fend lineman. Just the one catcher. I already dislike this opponent because they've put all their players in confusing order that my brain doesn't like. But I'm sure they're lovely. They've got a leader thrower as well as a 3 rerolls. They've got 4 rerolls on the team. Our team is still super basic because we haven't played many games. We've got a dodge blitzer, a couple of dodge catchers, and then these 3 randoms, a shadowing, a frenzy, and a tackle. We're getting only 35,000 inducements. We'll take an assistant coach for the chance at an extra reroll. Hey Benny, can I let the video on Twitch, please? I can't see all the stream. I don't understand. I'm really sorry, I don't understand the question. Save the VODs? I do normally save the VODs as individual games because I then export them to YouTube. By the way, we are so stinking close to 1,000 YouTube followers. If you are not subbed on YouTube and you want to do me like a massive favour, if you want to be my best friend forever, do you remember when that was like the #1 currency when you were a kid? Like, I'll be your best friend forever. Get over to YouTube and hit subscribe because we're so close to 1,000. I think we're on like 997 or something. Sorry, like 977, not 997. Not quite as close to that, but we're like, yeah, 20 away. Alright, let's get a bit more speed on the outside. Don't love this formation, but I also don't really want to give them free mighty blow hit on any of these, which is going to happen anyway. I could trade one positional out for another lineman, keep a catcher safe for the 1-turn try. It just kind of makes the team less good. 978, 981, oh my god, you're all legends. And yeah, it appears our opponent is on Twitch, Billy Vans. And thanks, Vinny Blender, no worries. You are all legends for subbing on YouTube. Everyone who's doing that. Chris the Hunter wants to know why Jim doesn't like the Skaven pitch. I just don't like any of the pitches except for like the elf ones. I just want the basic green pitches where I can see everything really well. I really want to like them because I think it's more fun when things are thematic and fun, but clarity of seeing things is really big for me. Although someone was on my YouTube just, oh, our turn to get a blitz, and they have set up very narrow. We, on 1-2 plus can get someone underneath that, which means probably we're going to fail it. If I blitz that first, does that change the dice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can save ourselves a 2 plus, so that's definitely the blitz. That is definitely the blitz. It's definitely you doing it. Just a push. I think we follow into this. Much as I don't really want to. Okay, so we've got someone underneath the ball, that's a good thing. It's going to be very easy for them to hit it, obviously, but the tackle at least is tied up. So there's some chance we could get lucky. Not a huge chance, but there's some chance. I think let's make life annoying with these other ones. Like that hasn't got block. Let's put the sidestep on it. And I'll probably regret that, but let's do it anyway. Just trying to reduce the number of players they get free actions on, and this is definitely a risk, and probably it's a stupid risk, but just to explain the logic, this hasn't got block, so that only knocks that over without turning over on a 6. And you need to put an assist in to make it 2 dice. You've got other priorities. Kind of hoping it can be annoying for them, but we'll see. BenFNF, hi everyone. I don't know why, but I appear banned on my phone. I can promise you I haven't banned you. So that might be a Twitch issue. Oh, they just dodged the tackle. Wow, they just risked the 1 in 9 right off the bat. And they rolled a double skull. Oh my goodness. Into it. This is going to be a concede. This is going to be a concede. That's so unlucky. I mean, that was a really rowdy way to go for it. Like, they had options to just not be that rowdy, right? Like, they could have just blocked this, pushed it downwards. They would have had a second follow-up hit for free as well, because that was there. Like, taking the risk of a 1 in 9 fail, like, on the dodge right away and going for that was a very aggressive choice. But they were still extremely unlucky. So yeah, wow. All right. What are we going to do? They haven't conceded. Block that probably. Do that. So we could blitz free here. I mean, it is safer than dodging because we can spend the reroll. So we reduce the fail from a 1 in 36 to 1 in 81. So it's probably worth doing. It's probably worth doing first. That's fine. Push you there. I don't think we need to score right away. I'm just going to bring the ball back to be safe. That's what I'm going to do. Because I want to take my hits. That's a shame. So is that. Do we just eat that? It's a catcher. I think no, because it's a catcher. If it wasn't a catcher, then probably yes, but I think with it being a catcher, it's a no. They have not offended, but I do not want to follow up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, it's not a very realistic hit, I don't think, but we still should just dodge out and park there, I guess. Okay. Well, yeah, the double skull Kaz has certainly flipped this one in our favour. I'm not sure that was a very tidy turn from me just then, so need to sharpen up a little bit. Why pro elves, not wood elves? Well, because I haven't done pro elves for a while, is the honest answer. Benef. I had a wood elf run, a couple of wood elf runs, and a dark elf run last season, and pro elves are the last elf after those two in Blood Bowl 3, right? Because we don't have high elves, so I thought it was time to do some pro elves. Went for the mighty bow. Didn't even try to pressure the board, just went for the mighty bow hit on our catcher. Didn't knock it down. I mean, I expect our opponent is now a bit tilted, and I don't blame them, because obviously, like, re-rolling a block into double skulls is unlucky. I still am not sure the way they went for that hit on the ball was the best way to do it, but in the end, like, it was a blitz, so yeah, there was a lot of bad luck for them. There's a lot of bad luck for them. Okay. At last, moving the ogre away has made it possible for us to take this hit, which I will do. And that will go well. And I will take that one, but not yet. Should we blitz here to free this one? What's that going to look like? One up there, you in there. That leaves 3 players here. Maybe we should just keep the ball here in the middle. Because we don't need to commit to one side. There's no reason to do that right now. It's a strength too, isn't it? I'm going to put tackle on it. I'm going to make that deal with the tackle. They don't have block. Nice. It's a blitzer off the pitch. Yeah, space. I mean, this is a very rough position. Like, definitely my opponent has some sympathy on this one. Like, you know, there's always things that you can say, right? Like, so if they had set up in a more wide formation, I wouldn't have been able to get a player straight underneath the ball like I did. So, like, there's things that they could have done differently, but they've been very unlucky. There's no two ways about it. I think that's the thing that that I try to think about more than I used to with setups is like, how can I plan for if I get blitzed, and I don't always remember to do it, but I try to. Oh, halfling KOs itself. That was just a chuck a halfling at the cage. Use it as a missile. It's not actually a turnover. But yeah, there's no disguising the fact that we've completely diced them so far, really. keep the ball safe again. Put that in there. Block. Just trying to work out this way to get a second hit on that. If I powered it, it would in theory. So let's do this first. Lovely. Lovely. Nice to get the block on the lower armor piece. Put that there. See, because we get that power, we can push that away, which means I can follow up, which means we get 2 dice in this one as well. It's a bit greedy, but I feel like we're in a position where we can afford to be greedy, so we'll be a bit greedy. I think I will follow that one up, actually. It's not following on to the hit, so... I grew up 4 players on the humans on this drive, so I think we can get away with a bit of greed. That's often like famous last words, right? Like, also they've hit this catcher like the last 3 turns and they haven't managed to knock it over. So yeah, they are being continuously unlucky, actually. Not even just the ways we talked about. But yeah, saying things like we can afford to be a bit greedy is normally words said before disaster, isn't it? That moment when you think to yourself, yeah, I can be a bit greedy here, we're doing well. That's normally right before it unlevels. Turning on foot, yeah, still loads of time. Loads of time. Block is good skill. That's what elfing is all about, though. Disregard fail states. We have recovery options. A KO against us? Hang on. Hang on a second. That's not how this works. We're supposed to bash the humans, not the humans bash the elves. Poor Rightful. Rightful's been made to look a Rightful. An elf getting bashed. Whatever next. Right? What a dicing. Comedy mega. Enact revenge. We'll try. So we'll bonk this one. Bonk. Successful bonking by a kind sir. And then probably want to hit this one because this is like the value on the pitch right now. That's the mighty blow. Let's keep the ball safe, trying to be disciplined here because it's really easy in this situation where everything's going well to get lazy and just go, yeah, everything's fine. I'm trying to be disciplined and keep making sure that I have the ball safe before I roll dice, which can't say I've always done. Oh, I meant to blitz with you. Whoops. That was meant to be the blitzing piece. Well, we'll blitz with you then. Lionhouse, are you going to steal Collie's casualty? Lionhouse, stealing the casualty. No, not even dead. Not even dead. Definitely a dicing at this point. Definitely a dicing. He wouldn't dare. He was going to cause a casualty, and then Collie looked at him and was like, don't you do it, Lionhouse. Don't you do it. What's bonking? It's rather like table tennis but with slightly smaller balls. I don't know what movie that's from. One of the best lines in cinema, apparently. He was 2-0 as well. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? Okay, so we're gonna pop the ball over here, I think. Bring you into there. Bring you there. Move the ball around. Bonk. It's a little inconvenient, but not the end of the world. Push. Put you there. Okay, covered on the back. Oh, well, you can just run up and hit, can't you? Forgot about you there on the floor. Whoops. We have to reroll this now. Just completely lost that one. We're on turn 6. Okay with the reroll. Reckon you'll win this now game tonight? No idea, Blood Bowl and Bobbers, but it should be a fun one. It's the last one of the tournament. In fact, technically it's not even in the tournament because the tournament was scheduled for 5 rounds when it was supposed to be 6. They've just told us to play the 6th game. Those of us who technically still have a chance of finishing in the top 2, they've told us to play the games as friendlies, so that's what we're doing. My game only matters if there's a very unlikely series of results ahead of us, so we're just playing it for the fun, really. Smart money's on Tree to win. I'd like to hope there's no money on it. If anyone's betting on my Blood Bowl results, I'm worried for them. Not sure that's a healthy habit. We have lost a couple of players now, so we're now down to 9. The ideal would be come back to the middle here. There are a few dice to roll that could get a tiny bit uncomfortable. We definitely don't want to give them a turn though, so we definitely are not scoring. I feel like setting up here is fine. Just got to do this dodge first, I'm a bit scared of. Nice. Not ideal. Better. I tried to get you to kill an ogre, Collie. You didn't murder it. You didn't even knock it down. What was that about? There I was thinking Collie will get to murder an ogre. She'll enjoy this. She didn't even do it. Splat. Yeah, the armor breaks have started to go the way they were supposed to go at the beginning, which is elves getting bashed a bit. Anyone's dinner tonight beat Donna meat and chips. That's a proper Friday night dinner. That's a proper Friday night dinner. Hot dog at the ball game you're going to baseball. Disgruntled look. That sounds fun. Take me out to the ball game. Oh, goes the boater and gets KO. So if we just do the handoff here, we would have 2 rushes actually. A bit more than I thought. What is the smallest dice amount to do this? Might still be that, to be honest. Fairly sure I could have set this all up better than I have. But we've got a built-in reroll for the handoff. We've got a built-in reroll for that dodge. So then we've got a reroll left over for the rush. Neat. Fleeky Fly! Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Weirdos. Got one of our KOs back, so we're on 10. Opponent got all their KOs back, so they are on, I think, more than 11. There was a 1 actually, Shamba. The first handoff was a 1. But I've got catch skill. Crystal Hunter winning my game versus the Dwarves, the Rats. Opponent did a classic. I have to hit value player, so I give opponent 2 dice on the ball action. Which gladly I take as usual. Yeah, look, see, get wrecked, Shamba. Lionhouse rolled a 1 on the catch. Not a single snake. What an excellent. Well, bad news, they're back to 11 and we're on 10. Good news, they're still missing that tackle mighty blitzer who ain't coming back. So that's good. We're down. We are down a catcher, which is sad, but they're setting up very deep. That is a team that is, I was going to say respecting, but perhaps over-respecting the Pro of 210. Better news for everyone on the drive. I mean, arguably that's good news too, JD Whitey. Arguably. I guess I need like a dancing tree emote to match the dancing dinos and the dancing Andy. Dancing dinos and dancing Davos. Right, freezing star, let's get you on the ball. Putting the blitzer on the line is a bold choice as well. Good news. Oh yeah, I'd completely forgotten about the clock and the fact we need to keep moving at a good pace. Oh, 3 rerolls, nice. 4 rerolls. Yeah, we need to play in 26 minutes, so I do need to keep an eye on the clock a little bit, don't I? Let's not forget about that. Bonk. Oh, nice KO to start the drive. Love that. I'll regret not hitting this one first, because that would be much nicer to remove. Okay. Let's, probably just going to hit one of those, aren't we? Dodge you off. I mean, besides chucking the halfling, they don't have a path to doing much about the ball here. Move that up so I've got a scoring threat. It's not the scoring threat you particularly want to use. You don't want to be doing things that can involve rushes, but I just think in general, having a scoring threat better than not having a scoring threat. Makes your opponent, well, doesn't make your opponent do anything, but your opponent may want to consider it. And I'm going to put shadowing on the halfling. I have no idea how shadowing works if they do a throw teammate, because they've left the square, and normally shadowing works anytime you leave the square, right? Because it works on a block. But presumably it can't work on a throw teammate, because that seems balmy. So I have no idea what shadowing does in that situation. Probably just nothing. Yeah, they can't get to this. You could, though. There we go. Go there. Hey, Dr. BKC. Could have 3 dancing. I know Andy has like a lot of dancing davos. Some would call it an excessive dancing davos. It's not for me to say. It's not for me to say how many dancing davos is too many dancing davos. But that is a lot of dancing davos. Especially considering I've never seen him dance in real life. I've seen him win tournaments, so he'd have an excuse to dance, but I haven't seen him dance. Suspicious. Rats OP, of course, all the grinding towards the perfect team they can make with all the randoms. Crystal Hunter OP, we all know this. We all know this. I keep getting clearing adverts to random universities telling me they think I'm young. Twitch adverts are so funny. Like, I definitely feel like, oh, that was with a halfling. I was like, how have they done one versus the ogre? They were using the ogre as the assist. I often think that most of my socials have no idea, like have just definitely not got me pegged. But Twitch, I feel like especially doesn't have me pegged. I'm just going to sacrifice Firian. Sorry, Firian. But I want to punch this guy in the face. And unfortunately, you are collateral damage in the face punching. Punch. Worth it. Maybe that should be in the blitz, actually. Because I haven't really got anyone free to do a blitz. Small detail I should have thought about. Push. Pow. Got an ad today informing that people over 55 can get money off their life insurance. F's in chat for Space Cadet, who according to advertisers is 55 plus. I mean, in fairness, Space, if you are over 55 I will say you're looking very good for it, because I've seen you in person and I would not have guessed 55 plus. Maybe you've just discovered the fountain of youth. And we should all be taking tips. Alright. You're in the way, aren't you? It's a bit rude. It's a little bit rude. Collie, punch him in the face. Good punching. Murder? I was really hoping for a murder. What can we do? Not a murder this time. I really need to take this block, and if it goes wrong we might have a bit of a problem. It's less than I was hoping for. Maybe I should bring the ball back here. I wanted to move into this space, but we haven't really got a space here now. God, that dodge bug sometimes really panics me. Do you know what? We're going to make this space work, even though it doesn't really work. So you're going to go there. You're going to go here. You're going to go here. You're going to go there. I mean, it sort of doesn't work, right? Because you can one dice that, and then there is a way on the ball. But yeah, there is a way in on the ball without block or tackle. It's totally going to be fine. Famous last words. And we're going to sacrifice Hydra to their mighty blow just to make it a bit harder for them to get the most out of that. Base cage is over. We lost. I mean, this is not pretty. Like I should not have made that a thing. But I have. So it's still not a one dice unless you cancel this one, which is a bit of work. Sacrificed Hydra, but Hydra was too tough. Hydra said, don't worry about it. Flex some muscles. I'll be fine. Was that a Snex? It was. It was a Snex. Snex. Stupid Snexy Snex. How are we doing on time? Got 17 minutes and we're on turn 11. Oh, we're not really going fast enough. We might be a tiny bit late for the NAF game. So they're not going for the ball. Just going to hit that one in front. Cheeky little sidestep, a halfling down here. Could cause a mischief. Not good. Better. That was all a lot sloppier than it should have been. But it worked out fine, so we're just going to pretend it's all fine. We think they disconnected, yeah, Babonat. It was frozen for a while, and then it told us we'd won. And we thought, that's okay. We thought, you know what? It's a bit rubbish, but on the other hand, I didn't want to play those dwarfs, so so I'll take it. Christopher, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream tonight, Christopher? Are you still in the running for the NAF thing, Christopher? I know you were right up there, but I think you had a rough result last round, maybe. We won this. One player gains a primary skill of our choice. Oh, I like that. It's this one. It's already got frenzy, so I guess it gets block. Seems like a good combo. Lost the tourist and non contention. Boo! Sorry to hear that. But thank you for the raid. Let's do a little shout out to Christopher B, hey? Shout out Christopher. So on the one hand, drop Christopher a follow. Lovely streamer. On the other hand, Christopher, I sometimes feel like you put that second underscore in there just to make life difficult. I feel like it's a personal attack, the additional underscore, for streamers trying to type out raids and shout outs. Shamba only follows Christopher B with one underscore. You saw my underscore and wanted to do one better. It's Rister underscore double underscore V, okay. It's a brutal rivalry. Why is it Ristifer? Am I missing? Is this an in-joke? Is this like a... There's obviously a reason behind this. Oh, failed the pickup. Okay. Let's see if we can put some pressure on that, hey? They are in scoring range on that one. So we'll put a lineman on that at the end. Not really that worried about if they score. I'd rather throw some forward pressure at it. Why don't we just put... There you go, put Kind Sir on it with the blodge step. That seems like a compromise. Bonk. Nice KO. I see not one, but two halflings on the pitch right here. It's very exciting. Let's keep them busy as well, because they might try and do some sort of chuck a halfling play. $11 minutes. 11 minutes to go until nap time. Maybe we can do it. Okay, we're just blitzing up here. So this looks like we're going to try and grab that ball and yeet it, I think. I know my correct name because of my sponsor, Bloodborne. Oh, Oh, and I did see that, Andy not being able to copy and paste and missing the start of everyone's names. I did see that. There's a sound clip on Sky Blue Monty's channel, which is Davo saying, of course, it's a good idea to check a halfling. I'm so curious about the context. It's hard to imagine, isn't it, with Andy? Andy's not exactly pro stunties, pro halflings, pro any of that sort of entertainment. Oh, it's another 1 in 9 for that human thrower. God. Some rotten dice for our opponent here. Would be handy if our NAF opponent runs into these sorts of dice for sure. Punch that one. Bonk that one. Pick the ball up on lineouts. Just push. Push that way. Just push. Push that way. Psha, no powers. Diced. Not following because there's an ogre there. Whoops. Speedy turns. Helping us get done on time. Hey, Mr. Popnut. Good evening, Tree. Any general advice on how to play Blood Bowl 2 Wood Elves into High Elves that can afford a wizard? I mean, that's a rough matchup. And to be honest with you, like, honestly, like, if there's one specific area of my game that I think I'm just definitely bad at, it might be playing into a wizard. I think I play really badly into wizards. I think I over panic about them, and make bad decisions because of them. So I'm not certain I'm the perfect person to give you advice. In general, you've got a couple of approaches, I guess. Like one approach would be to say, oh, double skull. One approach would be say, the wizard is most effective when you're on. The wizard is most scary to you when you are on offense, right? When you've got the ball. So depending on what your team looks like and how confident you are in your defense, you could say, I'm just going to try to not play on offense, right? I'm going to go for quick scores. You score quickly, they don't get to use the wizard. Get on defense, and then the wizard is a bit less effective. I mean, it's still pretty nice to have because you're playing elves on offense with a wizard, but yeah, you're getting less value for it that way around. The other option I would say is to really depends on your roster build up. If it's Blood Bowl 2, the good news is that anyone can do a 2+ pass. So you certainly could. Hang on, let me take this turn because my brain's trying to do too many things at once. I actually really want to score on Collie, so we're going to blitz with Collie and take her up the pitch to get the ball. Yeah, other solutions to playing against the wizard. If you're on elves, they're on elves. Multi-layered screens in general. So like, don't just have one layer to your screen between your opponent and the ball. Have more than one layer to it, so they can't just bolt and run through and take the ball. I think you could keep the ball deep and have 2 players back there, right? So you have the ball carrier, and you just have someone else who can't be fireballed at the same time stays close to them with the option of them picking up the ball if they go for the aggressive lightning bolt. I think like there's a general rule which I could say to you, which J-Lev, if he's in chat, don't know if he's still here, but J-Lev said this to me recently about playing against vampires, because J-Lev plays a lot of vampires, and he said the thing with elves against vampires is don't obsess over stopping them from sacking the ball, because vampires are going to be able to sack the ball, right? Like they're really good at doing that. Just think about how can I stop the recovery, not the sack. And I think that's probably a good way to think about the situation that you'll be in playing against other elves with a wizard as well. Same sort of questions to ask yourself. Like, you don't necessarily have to stop them from getting ball down. They've got a wizard, it's going to happen. But just think about, if they get the ball down, are they going to have good recovery? And like exactly what that looks like is hard for me to tell you, because I haven't seen your team and I haven't seen their team. But that's the general concept to keep in mind. It was all a bit rambling. Hopefully there was some helpful advice in there somewhere. But yeah, like I actually really hate playing against wizards. I feel like I should be better by now at playing against wizards, and I'm always feel like I don't do as well as I should. Nice touchdown for Collie there though. So we've got another nice level. Perfect timing. Oh my goodness, it is 8:57. Oh baby, we've got our next game at 9. This has actually worked out really well. Evening, a very grumpy dad. 2 rerolls, not taking every possible block before scoring. My inner banger cries out. Well, there's 2 things, Dr. Bagisi. One is the time, which I did want to try and make sure we got finished at least close to 9 o'clock, because that's my opponent for the other game is ready. And the other thing is I really didn't want to roll a 181 and not get my touchdown on Collie, because I always say like the first levels on these blitz is just so important. Although I already... I've just remembered that I promised Collie I would roll the strength skill on her. Oh, I'd really like to just give her dodge. I did tell Collie I would do a random strength skill on her. Yeah, it's a great point from Space, actually. Especially the Blood Bowl 2 wizard. Don't let your favourite player be the one carrying the ball by default. Have your favourite player standing nearby to pick up the ball after the bolt. Pff, elves. Right, they've got the 1-turn try here with the ogre. And they've got a free bribe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, the 1-turn is on. It's doable without a pass. If Collie doesn't protest between now and when the blitz levels, she's getting dodge, and we're all praying she doesn't notice. Scoring, caring about the ball, sounds alien to you. My favourite player is Edge 5, Mighty Blow, Frenzy War Dance, so Buzzy Punching, Surfing things. Yeah, definitely don't carry the ball in that one. Makes the rush. Hands off to our favourite halfling here, who's got sidestep and diving catch, neither of which really help for the 1-turn, but clearly the one who they're trying to turn into the star of the team. The ogre isn't bonehead. The ogre... That's fine. 3+ will get it in the air, won't it? I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow. Really? I thought 3+ would be enough for it to be inaccurate rather than mildly inaccurate. Oh, apparently I'm wrong. Don't take it personally, JD Whitey. He forgets who everyone is. I'm not totally certain he remembers his own family members. Halfling gets the Kaz instead of the touchdown. What a champ. And that's it. A nice 3-0 win. Not an amazing MVP, but not bad. 70 points still. I guess we've got a win streak now, haven't we? Yeah, that's the team after that's the Pro-Af team after 6 games? Question mark. 6 games on the Pro-Af team. We've got some skills to take, but I am on the clock and need to get ready to play a NAF game, so I'm going to take all those skills later. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.